Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the full freaking moon in Aries happening October 1st, 2020. This is insane in the membrane. So many astrologers are hyping it up right now, and for good reason. So much is going on. It's literally like it's just so intense. And I think we're all in for like reality checks. We're all in for like super clear energy coming through on like our passions and our energy realities, if that makes sense. Like what we're truly passionate about, where we're truly willing to commit, and where we're truly not. I'm literally getting goosebumps right and left just thinking about this energy. And so I'm excited to interpret it with you. We're going to be looking at the chart in this video so you can see what's actually happening on this day. And we're going to be just interpreting it together. So you'll see why I'm saying the things I'm saying. Okay. Also, before I jump into it, a couple quick announcements. Numero uno, if you are not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, what is you doing? I put out a video every single day of the week on Savvy Cat Astrology and other astrological wisdom things. So be here for it. I'm here for you. Also, number two, like this video if it brings you any value, not just because like Tonga's ego wants help, because if you like this video, more people will see this video. I'm here to share this information. This is the information age. The more people who know this stuff, the better. So like it because it helps people get the information. I'm here to share that information, okay? And on that same note, last but not least, if you do want to be an astrologer, if you want to be able to look at a chart, understand a star map, what is going on between these planets, look at it and interpret it, understand people's souls. No, I'm not exaggerating, because you're looking at their star chart, like what's happening in the heavens at the time that they were born, at parties, with family, with lovers, whatever. I have a course that I'm beginning. I'm very excited. The deadline is right around the corner, the end of October. I'm not accepting any more students. So that begins November 1st. The link for that is down below. Please do check it out and schedule your Calendly with me today, because spots are already filling up in my calendar. And if you're into that, I want you to be there for it. If you are like an awakening being, a spiritual being, somebody who's committed to just growing yourself, and you want to learn astrology, truly learn astrology, I'm giving you everything I know as much as I can within 3 months, okay? And it's gonna be so intense but fun. We're in a Zoom room together every single weekend. I have like homework, which is really like treasure hunting assignments that I give you to just get you in the gear and in the flow of learning the skills that you need. But I don't want to talk too much about it because it's in the link down below. So check it out if you are, in resonance with that. I would love to have you in class if you're like somebody who's like in that high vibration and you're looking to just become more woke to astrology. Okay. All right. With that said, moving on, let's look at this chart. I'm going to share my screen with you, and you're going to see what's happening on the full moon so that we can just walk through this step by step together. Okay. So as I said, this is happening on October 1st, 2020, approximately 5:04 p.m. This is Eastern time. All right. Now what's going on? When we first look at this, we always want to look at the moon, right? Because it's a full moon. It's a lunation. We're looking at the lunation first. That sets the tone for everything else, okay? So the moon itself is in Aries, of course, at 9 degrees, opposite the sun, because that's what makes it illuminated as a full moon. But it's conjunct this. You notice this? This is Chiron, sugar pie, honey bun. And that is intense as AF, okay? Because look, 2 degrees of separation, that's within a 3-degree orb. That's intense. That's super intense. So what does that mean? Well, Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is the god who became immortal because he was the healer of the gods at first, and he wasn't immortal at first. And then one day Aries or Hercules or whatever, he got all crazy with his arrows, was like, pew, 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 everywhere, not paying attention, hurt Chiron. Chiron couldn't heal himself. And so then the gods were like, Chiron, what do? We can't help you, but you've helped us for all these years. Sorry, I have like some food in the oven. I guess I'm just gonna have to talk a little quicker. So anyway, with that said, like Chiron is that god. He's like the healer, but he has like a soft spot. So I like to think of Chiron, if you've listened to any of my other videos where I reference this, or had a reading with me for that matter, Chiron is the place where I like to use the Rumi quote, let the wound be the place where the light enters. So in our lives right now, under this full moon, we're being asked to illuminate, y'all. It's a full moon. It's a karma closure. It's a conclusion stage, okay? It's a robust phase of coming into fullness. It's a ripening phase. The full moon is ripe, you know? We're being ripened with the reality check of what is it in us that is so wounded, but is also at that same time that it's wounded, the place where we offer healing through. Where is it in our lives where we are in pain, but through that pain, we have something to give? And that is such a deep concept. I feel like so many people who work in the nonprofit world, so many people who work with children, so many people who work just a life of service can just deeply identify and understand what I'm trying to articulate with that. And, you know, it's under this lunation, y'all. It's under this full moon that we're going to be feeling it. We're going to be feeling it. Ooh, are we going to be feeling it? Because look, moon in Aries, side note, super secret side note, I actually have moon in Aries and I'm a Libra sun. So dun, dun, dun. This is like really intense for me personally to have this lunation. But with that said, like moon and Aries people, we feel things, and we feel things like deep and strong, and all of a sudden we might change our mind about how we feel things. We might just feel things differently 10 minutes from now, but however we feel things is how we feel them, damn it. Like we feel it strong, whatever it is. It's passionate, it's present, it's focused, and that's what we're all experiencing under this full moon. We're experiencing that energy of being an intense feeler, and it's a passionate intense feeler. It's not like oh my God, I'm so intense, like I just feel everything. No, it's like I feel it, like I'm a warrior, like I'm all intense in my feels right now. Like it's more of that type of energy. And plus, let us not forget, Chiron is here, so there's a little bit of that like energy of like I'm so wounded in the process. But what I see this as, because we can't forget, look, Mars is here in the same sign as Aries, y'all, conjunct freaking Lilith. Could I get any more poetic than this? Honest to God, is like that's insane. So what does it mean? Look, let me break it down for you. Mars in Aries is hella badass. It's like in its own sign, it's strong AF, okay? Mars is retrograde, so it's like 3 times as intense as it is. This is an intense full moon. Remember what I said at the beginning, it's very intense. So Mars is adding energy to the fire. It's adding literally just energy to the fire. That's the best way I can describe it. It's amplifying that volume dial. It's going like it's turning it up, you know what I'm saying? And Lilith is there like badass femme fatale, just like unleashed. Like Lilith is the woman archetype, the divine feminine energy that cannot, will not, does not become contained. She does. Ooh, I just got goosebumps for the divine unleashed feminine. She is like this strong, just free, wild woman. She is femininity. She is Shakti. She is Kali. She is the liberated woman. She is the boss bitch. She is the free woman. She's on top sometimes. She's on bottom sometimes. She's free. She's free. She might be a lesbian. She might only like women. She's just a free, autonomous being. She doesn't need anybody else. You know, she is Lilith. And people who come to her, and she's with it. But people who are repulsed, what's that word? Like not in alignment with her, she's like, whatever, fuck you, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry to curse, but I'm just being really frank. I'm being like in my Lilith vibe as I say it. But with that said, look, that's what Lilith means as an asteroid. Put Mars there. Mars is the god of war. Mars is the god of strategy. So Mars is like literally the god of fire. So the god of fire is with the goddess of unleashed divine feminine badassery, and they're just like in union by a 2-degree orb. Again, a 2-degree orb. So we have the moon, you know, over here with Chiron, all up in its feels, all up in its like, let the womb be the place that the light enters. You know, let me soothe you with what I have pain. But look, is it soothing? I don't know. Because look at the sign, it's in Aries, y'all. Aries, what is the archetype Aries? Let's zoom back and just go back to Astrology 101 for a second. The more simple you get in astrology, the deeper you get. It's so ironic, but check it out. What is the archetype Aries? Let's go into it. Aries is the warrior. Aries is the independent child. Aries is the independent soldier, okay? Aries is the archetype of the pioneer. All of these things. Aries is all of these things. The child, the fierce warrior, the pioneering energy, colonialism aside, like it's the notion of being a forerunner, the notion of being the first, the notion of being the first person across that finish line, the notion of being the first person to get to the top of that mountain, the notion of the person who's the first person to raise their hand, the first person to get there where other people haven't gone. You know, that is Aries. Aries is in that way pioneering, you know what I'm saying? So Aries is fierce, though. It's fiercely passionate, it's fiercely independent, it's fiercely bold in its energy, even if that energy is childlike and vulnerable. And that's part of what makes Aries so strong, is that it's fiercely independent and it doesn't need to function all the time in conjunction with other people. Now they often do, because their seventh house is Libra, right? But what I'm saying is them, themselves, and they are a solo operation in the existence of self. They have a strong identity. So all of this lunation, let's zoom back in, right? This lunation, this full moon conjunct Chiron is in Aries. It's in the sign of the child, the warrior, okay? It's in the sign of the first, the pioneer. And Mars and Lilith are also there. That alone is intense as all get out. Like we are feeling, in other words, let's just label this some words we're all feeling right now. We are feeling wounded and healing. We are feeling, because of Chiron conjunct the moon, we are feeling badass, intense, and frustrated beyond all get out, because this is like a soda pop bottle that's just been shaking, 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 and is ready to explode with Mars retrograde. Are you kidding me? Conjunct Lilith. We're going to see revolts, mark my words. There's going to be some protests popping off October 1st. I don't even know what day that is, Thursday, that weekend. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark them. There are going to be protests on the fucking streets. You know what I'm saying? Like there's going to be action out there, because there's no way that people are not going to be feeling this energy. It is a soda pop bottle energy. And look, Mars conjunct Lilith is the most liberated Mars I could possibly envision in the sign of Aries. Literally, it's the most liberated Mars I could possibly envision. And look at the aspects being made. We haven't even gotten to the aspects. It's square. The gods of karma and fate and destiny, Saturn, you know, the god of destiny, and the god of karma, and the god of transformation, okay, Pluto, the god of death, Pluto, who is still retrograde at the time of this lunation, and the god of, abundance and joy, and also philosophy, though, a Jupiter, who's not in good dignity right now. He's in Capricorn, like mulling through. Like Jupiter's a happy guy. Jupiter's a happy god, you know. He's like that fat, happy uncle you have who's like always happy, who you never see frowning. But honest to God, Jupiter's like kind of frowning right now. And it's a little concerning. Like if you've been feeling disconnected from your faith and disconnected from hope, rest assured things are going to change as Jupiter gets through this and into Aquarius. And better yet, once Jupiter gets into Pisces, I think we're all in for like, whew, just like a hallelujah, amen, ashe session once Jupiter reaches Pisces. But for now, look, all those guys, all those male archetype planets are squaring Mars, and Mars is in a battle. He's in a battle with these planets, and these planets are in the 10th house from Mars. Like, look, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way over here, you get to 10. That's systems, that's government, that's structure, that's the man. And it's freaking Capricorn, the sign of all of that, because it's Aries we're talking about, the first sign of zodiac, right? So Mars is like the willpower of the people, and all this energy right now, Chiron, the moon, Mars, Lilith, it's in the sign of Aries, which is the person, and specifically the young person. Young people are going to be flying off the freaking chain this lunation. Mark my words, young people, if you have kids, watch out. My suggestion to you is if you have kids, let them be who they are. Let them have some safe space to openly and honestly reflect themselves. If you want to like avoid any repression issues right now, if you want to avoid like rage explosions to the best of your capability, I would suggest mom, dad, whoever you are watching this, guardian, I would suggest let those kids have some free reign on this day, get them engaged in something physical on this day. If you are a young person on this day, please go work out on this day, and even for the next couple weeks, starting now. Go work out, go do something physical, go have a rant with a friend who knows you and can handle that. Go get this energy out. You're going to need to get this energy out constructively. And look, the dichotomy of this, the interesting, it's a juxtaposition, the interesting kind of like opposites that we're weighing here, because this is still Libra sun. We got to keep in mind, we are weighing something. Libra is here to weigh the scales. It's trying to find balance, the irony, right, is that there is so much deep emotional reality right now and vulnerability, but there is so much badassery and just unleashed revolt, unleashed expression, because Mars is conjunct Lilith, and I'm just getting goosebumps just thinking about how sexy that is. It's so sexy. It's like intense though. It's like tumultuous energy at the same time, because Lilith is just like, she don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? But like the moon and Chiron is so like wounded and vulnerable. So I think we're really going to be balancing, looking at where the sun is right now, we are going to be balancing, okay, those two aspects of Aries, y'all. The vulnerable childlike aspect of Aries, which people don't always understand about Aries, or they paint us just as that. And I'm like, y'all don't understand Aries, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to be either looking at that in themselves. We are going to be looking at this vulnerable childlike energy of ourselves in Aries, and or in our badass warrior Xena princess, like Mars god, watch the hell out. You know what I'm saying? And interestingly enough, I think women, because look, I'm just pointing to Chiron conjunct the moon. That's like the feminine aspect of Aries, the childlike aspect of Aries, right? And I'm also pointing to Mars conjunct Lilith, which is like the badass, more masculine or yang energy of Aries. Granted, Lilith is the supreme feminine archetype, and Mars is the supreme masculine archetype. But Lilith is in some way, shape, or form, even though she's supremely feminine in her manifestation, she's also a more yang representation of femininity, right? Because she is unleashed, she is bold, she is brazen, and in that deep, bold brazenness, she is in some way yang within her yin, if that makes any sense. But last thing I want to say is, like, look at feminine energy right now. Venus is trining this Mars. Behind every strong or good man is an even stronger or better woman. That statement came to mind immediately as soon as I saw this. If you're a man out there and you find yourself going against the grain, standing up for something right now, I would almost guarantee you got a strong woman behind you who's really supporting you. Because look at this beautiful Venus, and she's strong in Leo. She ain't in a bad dignity in Leo. So she's fine in Leo. She's a goddess in Leo. She's an empress. She's actually like an Egyptian queen in Leo. So she's sending a real positive energy, you know, at the tight orb, 4 degrees, we count that, to that Mars. And so our willpower in general, whether or not you are female or male bodied or gendered or whatever, male energy or our willpower energy in all of us, no matter who you is, all that energy of willpower, of force, of direction, okay, all of that is being supported by feminine energy. And it's not just like the shy feminine energy right now. The feminine is coming out in fierce, just waves right now. I love it. I feel so strong in my soul. And looking at this chart, feminine, look, Leo Venus, that is the badass woman. That is the boss woman, the goddess woman, the woman. I have a friend who's has the South Node in Leo, and she just embodies some of this energy. I'm thinking of her right now. I mean, just the goddess. Like, she knows she's a goddess. Call her goddess. You know, if you're watching this, you know who you are. But it's like, that is the energy. The feminine is coming out to play, and look, she has the power. She has nothing but positive aspects. And the moon herself does not have anything but so-called positive aspects. It's a full moon. She has to deal with a 180-degree aspect between her and the sun. That's a full moon. But look, the feminine archetypes don't have anything but good zhuzh. And Mercury sextile that Venus. That's why I say our willpower right now, however you are building that foundation of Mars square Saturn, I just talked about in a video. If you have not seen that, watch that. It's going to inform this. However you are building that mountainous foundation, however you are building the structure for yourself, women, a strong woman is behind you. A strong woman, even if it's you, an aspect of you, but if you have a friend who's like this, that woman is feeding you information right now. Because look, sextile Mercury and Venus love each other. When they get together, it's like champagne meets intellect. It's just sexy. But like, that information is coming from female sources, strong feminine sources, of divine goddess energy, of holding your boundary, of knowing that you're the shit, knowing that you're the hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? And she is strong, and she is giving you information, Mercury. She's giving you knowledge, Mercury. She's giving you problem solving, Mercury. And look, Mercury's conjunct Juno, the asteroid is soulmates. If you have a soulmate, Women are going to be receiving deep information from their soulmates right now. Feminine energy in general within us all is receiving deep energy, deep, look, Mercury's in Scorpio, y'all. Deep, real truths are coming from soulmate sources and female sources at this time. That is the most deepest summary I could possibly give you and the most succinct words, okay? And like I say, Venus is supporting this Mars, so the power is with the people. And look, it's fire. We got a fire trine going on. The energy, the passion, the will to live, the perseverance to be free. That is all fire and air, and the force is with us at this time. I think some powerful realities are being accessed. Mercury's in Scorpio, the deepest sign it could possibly be in. And truths are coming out, and people are coming out with passion. Passion, passion, passion. This full moon reeks with the delicious effervescence of the scent that is passion. I mean, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So I could go on for hours, I mean, about any chart. This chart is so interesting. I'm really excited for this. Set your intentions. Let your seeds grow. May your seeds of freedom grow. Okay, may your soul grow. Amen. Ashe to that. With that said, my friend, make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Share this video with a friend if it brings them value in any way, shape, or form. Like it if it brought you value in any way, shape, or form. And with that said, check out my link for my course if you're into that. And till next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.